Um, so I believe that climate change is
No,
not.
you think.
I believe that climate change is not real because extreme weather isn't caused by global warming. And people like Al Gore say that droughts and other things involving climate change are because of you and your family's impacts. But there were 30 major droughts in the 1900s before there were a lot of huge factories and families had the technology that could produce larger carbon footprints. So it can't be from family. It can't all be from families today.
Okay, so I am here doing the side of climate change, and it is very hard to calculate whether or not a weather event is because of global warming, because these events have always happened. Okay, Sarah. It is hard to find trends in the weather because there are so many variables that go into it. But scientists are working on discovering the effects of global warming.
On weather.
Yeah.
Another reason that climate change isn't real is because the climate is always changing because of CO2 and methane. So you can't really say that it's because of humans. Those things are supposed to be some of the causes for climate change. And the levels of that will change the heat of the earth. But since it's always changing, you can't blame it on what humans are doing. You just blame it on the chemical levels of CO2, methane.
Okay, so my response to that is, according to Larry M., who, it's like this amazing scientist guy, I think. We are the cause of global warming, and the sun is not, since the sun is having less effect on, but overall the temperature is really increasing. So basically, the sun is having less effect on Earth's temperature, and we are making the Earth warmer.
1934 was the hottest year on record, and the temperature has actually gone down since then. But people are saying that it's been increasing in recent years, but this data proves that wrong. Yeah.
Okay, so in 1934, that was the hottest year in the United States, not globally, and since it's global warming, this doesn't apply to many situations surrounding the topic. Because, surrounding the topic, global warming surrounding the world.
The ice in Greenland has actually been increasing at a rate of 2 inches per year. Stop. So if global warming was real, wouldn't the ice be melting?
Okay, so in 2001, a study found that actually Greenland's ice levels are decreasing by 0.02. That's actually a really fast rate if you think about it. It's been around for like millions of years. Actually, it's been billions, so.
So crazy.
Yes! Yeah, by 0.02 meters as sea levels rise. 0.09 meters. Okay, people, worry about your homes and
Shut up.
turn off the
Sarah Palin claims that global warming studies aren't actually backed up with any facts. And since Sarah Palin knows everything, apparently global warming is fake. Yeah.
Okay, the good-looking one's back. From 2000 to 2009 was the hottest decade on record. Glaciers, snow cover, sea ice, and ice sheets are down, and humidity temperature over oceans, sea surface temperature, sea level temperature over temperature over land, ocean heat, and more is way up, according to Larry M., who, again, we think is a genius.
You don't know him. Canadian scientist Mitch Taylor says the polar bear population is actually increasing.
Ooh, I have Canadian coins. They're really shiny.
By 15 to 20% or about 12 to 15,000 bears, and any decrease is mostly caused by hunting.
Oh, also, okay, so nobody is really aware of the polar bear population circa the 1950s and 60s. So it is hard to say that there has been a decline in the population. Also, this is false, and there have been many studies that have concluded that as much as 20% of the polar bear population has dropped.
We can't predict how the world will change. Since climate models are how we predict how the world will change, we do it based off of climate trends, but we don't know that's how it'll end up. This is according to Freeman Dyson. Very convincing. Does he like the dish soap?
According to this guy named Padamer, who sounds like this guy with like a really smart name. I don't know why. Maybe he's like the new Albert Einstein. Anyway, so climate change models are reliable since they have been right in the past. So since they predicted the past, they've been predicting the past for like a really long time. I mean, like back in the dinosaur age. And so we're pretty sure that's going to be right in predicting the future for, a lot of things.
So really the overall climate is only increasing in more urban areas because there's higher levels of pollution there, and in rural areas it isn't really changing that much. So the whole world isn't being affected.
I'm taller. Many studies show that the temperature is rising in rural and urban areas.
Similar.
Hey Josh, thanks for watching. So see you later.
Grade.
And like this video. It's on
not
YouTube.
going on YouTube.
If it's going on YouTube, then you should like it. Okay? Yeah, Josh.